There's a world all around us that we can't see because it's largely below the resolution of our eyes. This is the microbial world, which is amazingly diverse. It includes bacteria and viruses and fungi, and there are actually millions of species of all these types of organisms. We live in peace with most of them, but every now and then we breathe or eat or touch one of these microorganisms that is actually disease-causing or a pathogen. The subway that many of us take to work in the morning is a hotbed of microbial life. One sick person's sneeze can release aerosolized pathogens into the air. The viruses in those droplets are small enough to be inhaled by anyone in their path. These droplets basically sort of fall apart, and these viruses bind to the surface of these cells and get brought in or taken inside the respiratory lining cells. And viruses have clever ways of using our own cells' machinery to help replicate themselves. The cells that are infected will make many, many copies of the initial virus that went in, and each one of these then can be another infectious viral particle. The presence of the virus in these cells and maybe even the replication of some of these viruses alarms or wakes up the immune system to do more. The immune system's battle against an invading pathogen may be waged locally and produce all the symptoms that we normally associate with a cold, such as fever, sneezing, sore throat, and chills. The unlucky recipient who was in the pathway of the sneeze will actually suffer while the immune system combats the invading pathogen. Our bloodstream, our circulatory system, has blood moving all over our body, and one of the roles of the circulation is to bring immune defense soldiers, cells that we call white blood cells, to the site where the infection is. And some of these white blood cells are very good at eating microbes. Some of them are called macrophage, which means big eater. Others are called neutrophils, which are another type of cell that eats microbes. If the pathogen, if the virus is evolved to be really more dangerous than a lot of most common microbes, the immune system, as we described it so far, is not enough to control it. And so the virus continues to survive, and there has to be a larger battle or better weapons thrown at it. Those take a little while to develop, that involve molecules that we will talk about later called antibodies and specific types of cells called lymphocytes. They may take many days, up to a week, to get revved up and to be effective. So even after we successfully battle an infection, we're going to be confronted again and again with other microbes and other microbial pathogens. So it's an interesting question about how we constantly can mount immune responses, then return back to normal, and how we can mount many diverse types of responses against many diverse types of organisms. The science of immunology tries to tackle these questions and to understand how we can actually help manipulate the immune system to better fare against the microbial world.